Hello. So in this previous video I tried to show you how to make this RGB split effect, and I promised to do a new version where I will explain how to do it with HLSL. So let's get started. So I will need to go in Project, New, Image Effect Shader. I will call it RGB Split. I think it's cool. So on this tool, my name is GNU. Alright. So I will put a description: RGB Split effect with image effects control. Create. And tool opened via Studio Code with the HLSL code. But let's go back to tool. Let's add an image. And let's spin this, the RGB split effect. And we see that we get the same effect as detect edges. Alright, so let's go back to our RGB split effect, and let's go back to VS Studio Code. So first what I'm going to do is to make a test. Let's type return float 4 1 0 0 1 semicolon, whoops, semicolon, and let's save, and I get some red. This is perfect. Let's get rid of this. So what I want is to get my image but in red first. So I think I can get rid of all this. And the return will be float 4. Let's go back to this 1 0 0 1. Okay. And if I put 1 here, we should get some yellow. Okay, it's working. So let's continue. Let's say I want the red channel. I'm totally lost already. Here we can see that to get an image, we have image here, then dot sample, text sampler, and some UV coordinates. Okay. So float 4, I will call it red. Image dot sample, text sample, text sampler, comma, I will use UV, and I think it's fine. And let's see if I return here red. And it's totally not red because let's get rid of all of this. Here we are sampling the whole image with all its channels. But if I call it float, red, and I add a dot RI here, yeah, I get a grayscale. So if here I put float 4, red, 0, 0, 1, and I save, I get the red channel, yeah. So let's continue, float green, in fact I could do like this, float 4 org image, like for original image. Let's do like this, copy this, put this here, semicolon. So the red will be original image dot R. Yeah, but this is stupid. Okay, I'm done. So back to what I've done already. I don't need the original image like this, because I will move this value here, the UV. So let's continue like this. This one is green, float blue, and this one is blue. For save, R, green, and blue. And I can also do, no, forget the alpha channel, let's keep it like this. So if I save now, I get the same image. So now we can continue trying experiencing some things like float 2, red, let's create red shift equal float 2 0.5, comma 0. And here I will add or multiply, no, add. Let's add it. Add red shift. Let's make some space so it's more readable. And save, and we see that the red moved. Alright, so let's make some more adjustments. Because here we have some param constants, some parameters, and I don't need them all. I think I will create a redshift parameter. Let's call it red shift. While I'm here, I will green shift. And blue shift. Let's save this, nothing changed. But here, we need float 2 because we can shift on the X and Y axis. So we need some float 2 here. And this one, I will call it redshift. like this. No, in fact, I can get rid of it and just use it here. Let's save, and now we have an issue, which is weird. But here we need to add our parameters, like this. Because as you can see, here we have color. Color is here. It's a float 4. Let's get rid of all those. Let's go back to... And mix original, I don't need it. Maybe I need it? No. It's a bit annoying. Can't you stay on top? View. I don't see always on top. Anyway. So we need to replicate this parameter order here. And in fact, I don't need color as well. So let's remove color. And while I'm here, I also want to use another one instead of FX shader setup static. And now there's another one, image, multi-image. Because here we will use image B to control all the effect. So here I need to copy the source. Let's copy this and use it here. All right, can get rid of this one. And now it's time to add parameters. So add input parameter, red shift. It's a float, yes, add. Can I add the next one? Green shift. Oh no, I made a mistake. I need a float 2. Vector 2. Add. Let's cancel this. Let's get rid of this one. Oh, maybe I need a vector 2 component here. We can connect it like this. So let's add, right click. Forgot this. Right click. Oh no, we can do like this. I will select vector 2 component, Ctrl D to duplicate it. And now I can right click here, publish as input. And it's called value. If I click here, I can right click on value and rename input. Red shift. Rename input. I will place it on top. But we see 1, 3, 2. That's not what I want. So I need to reorder the parameter like this. Okay. And then add a new vector 2 component, right click, publish as input. And this one, I will rename it as blue shift. Okay, so let's take a look at our code. Here we have a float 2 named redshift. Redshift is here, and I will connect the vector 2 component to the float param here. And I will continue in this order. So we can see that the order is respected. We have a float 2. And it's very important to respect the order of your parameters in the code, the way you connect them. I think we are good. So we can try to add, let's try first. What's happening if I play with redshift? And I see nothing happening. What? Why? I'm sad. What did I do wrong? What if I multiply it? Ooh. Oh, I stretch it. Let's go back to 0. UV plus redshift. Or maybe I should try it like this. Float 2 redshift with a minuscule here equal UV plus red shift with a majuscule C, control, copy. Oh, that's kind of work. I want to try something. Here we have a wrap mode, so I can try to publish as input. So I get this wrap mode, and if I say mirror, yeah, it's working. See that the frog is mirrored. That's really cool. Okay, let's continue. We need, but it's really weird that I want to try this again. See, control, copy, paste. Okay, that's fine. I didn't need that. Okay, let's continue. Green shift, copy, plus green shift, blue shift, plus blue shift, and save. And now I can green shift, blue shift, and maybe I want something else than the frog. So let's create a text. Render target. Let's make the text bigger. RGB shift FX. TX FX. Shift. Oh. I'm sorry. All right. It's pretty cool. So now I can play. Let's edit the parameters. If I go here, redshift, I can change show parameter as show 2D control. Position. Let's add this position control for each parameter. Okay. Let's go back to wrap mode. So now, when I'm moving on the right, my text is going on the left. Up and down is okay. Okay, let's fix it. So in fact, we needed it. This thing. I can do it in one line here. I can multiply by float. Oh, I can do that. Let's do like this. Float 2. Fix. Or flip. I will call it flip x equal float 2 minus 1 comma 0. No, 1. Because we need to multiply the x value by minus 1 in order to flip its direction when we are moving the value. So flip x, and I will multiply by flip x. I'm so confident that I will do it for each parameter. I save, and let's see. Let's reset the parameter. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I think that's pretty good. And how much? 23 minutes. Okay. Sorry, it's a bit long, but we need to go on. And I want to use, because here I'm using image B. So what are we going to do with image B? So this is the time to subscribe, to push the like button. Yeah, you know the YouTube deal. This is our break. Yeah. Ooh, RGB shift. Yeah. So let's add a linear gradient and use it. Oh, I forgot to publish image B input. Okay. Image B. Let's reset our parameters and go back to the code. And I need image B. So let's simply copy this. Let's call it image B. And I think we need to register to another, here it's T0, so I will put T1 here. And I'm a bit lost. Let me think. So let's first see if we can get this image B. Float for image B. equal image b dot sample text sampler UV, and that's it. Let's try return image B. So if I put this return here, this one will be ignored. So let's try. Yeah, I see my gradient. So now the idea is to use image B to control the RGB shift. So what if I put here plus, I'll put it here, image B, this one, but it's not happy, yeah, of course. Even if I put a plus here, it's telling me implicit truncation from float 4 to float 2. So let's see if I use dot R. And now I don't see an error. Okay, let's try. Ooh. We got a displacement effect, kind of. So let's see what we get. So here, if I play with the image, let's use a rotation, for example, with an amplitude of. Ooh. That's interesting. So you can see that we can control the RGB split with the image B. I'm not sure that's the best way to do it, but it's a start. Let me think. Okay. So in fact, I will try to decompose all these things. It's too complicated here. So I will still create a float 2 red shift, but with a minuscule equal. So I need a red shift and this one I will multiply it by flip x. What if I multiply them all? image b.r. Why is not happy? All right. Multiply here. Do I really need this line? I'm not sure. Let's try like this. Let's go back here and add some white. So if I put 0 here, and let's try another control texture like fractal noise. This one, add some time to random phase. We can do something like this. Yeah, that's not bad. What is also fun here is to use a negative value instead of black. So I'll put -1, -1, and you will see when I increase the X value of redshift, our shift is going in both direction. And let's, for example, let's continue our, okay, let's get rid of this one. Image b.g multiply image b.b multiply, save. So this one like this, yeah. That's interesting. But I want more control. I want an amount control. So let's add a float amount. And what if I put all this into parentheses, multiply by amount? I'm not sure if I need the parentheses. Why change nothing? Okay, so let's add input parameter. Let's call it amount. It's a float. Add. Oh, nice. So now with my amount parameter, I can control everything. Yeah. I think our RGB shift effects is done. I'm happy with this. So if the amount is 0, nothing is happening. But if I increase the amount, I get something like this. So we can also try different thing like pixelate, pix. And what if I add something crazy like a count int? Oops. Into float, and count int will jump from like 100. Let's add it to the time. And now we have a crazy kind of glitch effect. And I can control it with the amount. Glitch. Glitch. Ah, it's so much fun. And I can still control everything like this. Whoa. Welcome to the glitch party. Yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and I was clear enough. This is the code. This is the effect. This is how it should look. Yeah, that's it. Bye bye.